We know what side the G20 are on. They want business as usual. And we're going to have to be brave. We're going to have to be assertive. We're going to have to be creative and positive and innovative, but we're also going to have to step out of line when need be and break the rules when we have to. Because this is not a news story. This is the story of our generation, and we're here to carry on camping.
Brown said he was going to clean up the city by appointing a former hedge fund manager as his personal advisor, which seemed to me to be rather silly and inappropriate. So this is my alternative. I was a clerk there. I've seen the greed, how wealth and power eats hope and need. Now they're eating each other, but they're still screaming, no interference. I start dreaming. Self-regulation? Okay, I say, I'm a stockbroker, let's do it my way. And that's the beginning of this little ditty. Attila the stockbroker cleans up the city.
You just want to tell me basically why you're here?
I'm here to support this symbolic day to shut down the city, reclaim the streets, and to tell the bankers, speculators, exactly what we think of them and their disgusting policies, what they're doing to the poor, what they're doing to the earth. There is a real opportunity for change. Sadly, unfortunately, the Tweedledum, Tweedledee politics we have in this country, where New Labour, New Tory, New Liberal Democrat are all saying exactly the same thing, does not provide us with that alternative. And this is one of the most ridiculous situations that we have politically.
Do you hold out much hope for the G20?
No, not really. I think the fundamental fact is that at the moment, Western political parties, mainstream Western political parties, are much of a muchness. They've all accepted the same agenda. They've all accepted the free market agenda. The free market has proved that it doesn't work. I mean, I've been saying it for a generation and a half, but now it's proved it's eating itself. I mean, we haven't had to do anything to destroy it. It's destroying itself, and we're having to bail it out. So it's obvious that we need a new way. And with the present political system, that ain't going to happen, because we've got first past the post election, the three parties that are all saying the same thing. What we need is a new party, not a Judean People's Front style little sect, but an alternative to New Labour and the Liberal Democrats and all this stuff that's going on at the moment, with a completely different agenda. And we also need proportional representation so people can actually get their voices heard. I mean, that's my view.
Some of us have legal backgrounds, but we're all trained to do legal observing. So there's a few things that we do, from, I guess, firstly being a police deterrent, for the police to, I guess, overstepping the line and being violent, and I guess going over the line in the way that the street protesters, and also to help reassure protesters, to give them a bit of an understanding of their rights and those kind of things. When they get arrested, we have the bus cards which have the details and numbers they can call and their rights. And I guess to monitor the situation.
Definitely. I mean, we've been taking a lot of what you call really boring notes. Every 15 minutes we take a note of, you know, what people are doing. They're chatting, the sun's out, the police are being friendly. Then the next 15 minutes we might be recording the various lines that the police are making or any moves that they're doing. So it's sort of about recording the events of the day.
And how do you think the police have behaved so far?
We behaviour basically. Only one policeman without his badge number on the shoulder, and after being queried about that, he took it out from underneath his jacket. So I've seen some behaviour basically.
Yeah, so it's about 2:30 now, so we've been here for about 2 hours, and the police have been fine so far. They've had a bit of a laugh and a joke. But now that all the business people are going back to their offices and are off the streets, I guess we'll see if their behaviour changes as the day goes on. I don't know if they'll want us being here for 24 hours.
Obviously, giving us money is half the course.
Okay, so you're running the farmers market here.
I'm helping out, yeah.
So do you just want to tell us a little bit about why you've come today?
Well, this is the first thing I've ever done for Climate Camp. I'm a complete newbie, and I've joined up with these people basically because I heard that there was help needed running a store, and I thought it would be something that would be quite useful to help out with. Basically, what we're doing here, this is the European Climate Exchange behind us, and the focus of this market stall is to sort of raise awareness of the fact that we are opposing carbon markets. By this big banner behind, and promoting farmers markets just sort of be like a nice fun little way to sort of put the idea forward. But basically all of the stuff we've got is sourced locally. This is from Hackney. These cakes were baked locally, donated by people. That guy over there has made the bread and brought it in for us. And the honey from Hampstead. It's been going down very nicely. People have been very keen to buy it.
And all of the world leaders that are coming for the G20 have said that climate change is an issue that's still very much at the front of their minds. Do you hold out much hope for that?
I have to be honest, from what I've been reading recently, it seems more like it's a financial thing. G20 seems very much geared towards getting the current monetary situation back on track. It's been sliding off recently. I think it seems like to me like the feeling is putting the monetary situation before the climate situation. With carbon trading, what they're planning to do is sort of they've got the cap and trade system, which basically means that once the cap has been set, if you need to go above it, it's quite easy to just go and trade carbon credits elsewhere. That system hasn't been working in the last 10 years, and it's time to look for new routes.
So, you're the manager of a nearby business. Do you want to tell us why you're here today?
I'm here today because I feel that these guys have got a point to make, and I'm fully behind the thought behind it. The renovation of the earth needs to happen, not the destruction of it. And I feel very concerned because I have children and grandchildren now, and don't want to see this earth depleted of its content, if you can put it that way, and see the earth being destroyed by greedy bankers and greedy commerce.
So even though you're a man in a suit today,
yes,
you have sympathy with all of these crazy dressed up people.
I have the same feelings that these guys have. These guys work like I do. They're family people. It's great to see their families here as well, and I feel fully behind the actual principles that these guys are trying to uphold.
Do you hold out much hope for the G20?
Not really. It's just another G, and the previous ones didn't make any difference. So therefore, I don't see why this one should be any different to the previous ones.
You don't think that Barack Obama's presence will make a difference?
It won't make any difference, no. I mean, the issue is bigger than any man or any nation. The nations have to come together to solve this problem. And no policy by an individual country is going to make any difference.
So, you're the manager of a nearby business. Do you want to tell us why you're here today?
I'm here today because I feel that these guys have got a point to make, and I'm fully behind the thought behind it. The renovation of the earth needs to happen, not the destruction of it. And I feel very concerned because I have children and grandchildren now, and don't want to see this earth depleted of its content, if you can put it that way, and see the earth being destroyed by greedy bankers and greedy commerce.
So even though you're a man in a suit today,
yes,
you have sympathy with all of these crazy dressed up people.
I have the same feelings that these guys have. These guys work like I do. They're family people. It's great to see their families here as well, and I feel fully behind the actual principles that these guys are trying to uphold.
Do you hold out much hope for the G20?
Not really. It's just another G, and the previous ones didn't make any difference. So therefore, I don't see why this one should be any different to the previous one.
You don't think that Barack Obama's presence will make a difference?
It won't make any difference, no. I mean, the issue is bigger than any man or any nation. The nations have to come together to solve this problem. And no policy by an individual country is going to make any difference.